to another episode of the Movie Brothers. I'm Ant. This is Kev. Kev.
What's going on, man?
What's up, Doc?
You got it.
Hey, man. I can't call it. Another day in paradise. Living the dream.
Living the dream.
Hey, Kev and I decided to start the show off a little bit differently than what we normally do. We wanted to take this time out just to thank all of you that have subscribed to our channel. Yeah. We're currently at, last time I checked, Kev, we're at 88.
Whole 88.
Whole 88 subscribers, and we're trying to break that 100 mark. And what we decided to do is we want to recognize the people that have subscribed last week. And
I can say this, Ann, okay? The numbers are jumping up there pretty quickly. So
yeah,
the word is getting out there.
The word is getting out. And that's also thanks to you, because you guys are spreading the word and sharing that. So a big shout out to you guys for doing that. We very much appreciate it. And so what we want to do is we're going to recognize everybody from last week. And as we go into and approach this 100 subscriber mark, we will continue to mention your names on the show. So with that said, let's do a run through here. We got Baraborn. Thank you. Erudite 1. Mr. Sean 3 Kids. GU Crazy. I kind of like that name, actually. Yeah. Lydia Bahi. Lydia, I hope I'm saying your last name right. Wayne Riley. Armand Rice. Yeah. Alcabalon 69.
What's weird is that there are actually 68 more Alcabalons before
right.
him.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Thank you, Alcabalon.
Thank you, sir. DeAndre Christopher. Lovey Milokes. I think that's probably my most favorite name that I've seen out of all the subscribers.
Lovey.
Thank you, Lovey. Michael Johnson. And U.S. track and field star Doc Patton. Thank you, bruh. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and move forward with the show. Today we are reviewing the film Fury. This film is rated R, has a runtime of 2 hours and 14 minutes, and it's an action drama, straight up war movie. In this film, we find a tank commander played by Brad Pitt, who faces insurmountable odds as he leads his crew into the bowels of Nazi Germany.
Right. This movie was directed by David Ayer, who brought us the very underrated End of Watch. He also is responsible for the screenplay for Denzel Washington's Training Day. Okay. This movie stars Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf, Logan Lerman, Michael Pena, and Jon Bernthal. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Let's go.
Wait till you see it.
See what?
What a man can do to another man.
I'm scared. I'm scared too.
It will end soon, but before it does, a lot more people gotta die.
Well, you know we do get $1.35 a day, right?
Best job I ever had.
Best job I ever had.
Best job I ever had.
They're coming.
How many?
300 of them. There's 5 against 300.
We never run before. Why are we gonna run now?
We're still in this fight. Still in this fight. Now.
Courage, pride, heart, sacrifice, respect. These are some of the words that cycle through my mind as I watched this film. This is a very, very powerful movie. Kev, I was blown away, man.
No, I understand completely. This film is equal parts character-driven. It is action-packed. It is slyly humorous. The humor will hit you out of nowhere. Okay, it is often suspenseful. And David Ayer is at the top of his game, giving us this film right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Ayer is continuing to impress me with his work. Kev mentioned End of Watch earlier. You can probably catch it on Netflix. If you haven't seen that movie, it is definitely worth your time to check that out.
Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena.
Yeah, exactly. So definitely worth your time watching that. And I mean, Training Day speaks for itself, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that credit needs to go to the director of photography, Roman Vaznayev. Okay, without his photography in this film, the film would just basically fall into the realm of maybe just another World War II film. But we have become so used to the Steven Spielberg Saving Private Ryan image of World War II. Roman has basically gone another direction with the photography here. Gone are the bucolic landscapes, okay? The azure sky with the soldiers marching across it. In its place, we have grime, we have grit, we have muck, we have despair. We have what World War II was probably really more akin to. Not that I don't love Steven Spielberg, he's one of my favorites, he's my hero, but this is a completely different game. This is a game changer as far as I'm concerned when it comes to World War II.
If I had to sum it up, Kev, I would say I would call it, y'all, beautiful ugliness.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. And Roman did a phenomenal job with that.
Right.
Let's talk about the acting.
Okay.
I struggled a little bit in this area, and no film is perfect, Kev, right? But if I had to say what the flaws were, it's in this area for me. Starting with Brad Pitt. No doubt he is a star, and he is extremely talented. But I kind of feel like he melded in on this film for me. Knowing what he's capable of and the talent level that he has, yes, he fit the bill as he looked, and the costumes and everything were dead on point, but knowing what he's capable of, it didn't quite get there for me. Jon Bernthal, he has a southern accent in this film, and I struggle with that as well. It just was not believable. Now, what I will say is, man, Logan Lerman, who completely caught me off guard, in my opinion, saves this film with his performance. He plays the character Norman, who basically this story is wrapped around this character Norman. He did a phenomenal job, and when he steps on the scene, the very first moment he steps in front of that camera, things take a turn for the better. So that's what it was from the acting front, in my opinion.
I have to disagree with you a little bit there. I thought that all of the acting in this film was top notch. I felt like everyone brought their A game. Brad Pitt, I felt like he was the center. He was the core of this particular crew of tank, operators. I thought that he did a phenomenal job in this particular role. Shia LaBeouf surprised me, because I had jumped off of his bandwagon a while back. Okay, I think at Transformers 6.
Great.
Exactly. At Transformers 6, I pretty much jumped off his bandwagon. But he brought a very thoughtful performance to this particular film. Jon Bernthal, I thought he played a particular level of cray-cray, okay, as part of a tank crew that is encouraged by Brad Pitt to be as feral and as animalistic as you possibly can be, because that's the only way that they are going to survive from one campaign to the next, is to have that level of intensity about them, which comes into conflict with Logan Lerman's Babe in the Woods type of performance, which is just as great. You will forget that he was ever Percy Jackson or any other role that he's ever played. He was awesome. He was awesome, and he was like the emotional center of this film. So I thought everything was great in terms of the way these characters interacted, the way they acted, the actors that were involved. They brought it.
Okay. Special effects were off the chain. This film is beautifully shot. Again, beautiful ugliness. Special effects were top notch. Some of the best war scenes that I've ever seen, I think, in any movie out there, hands down. The action is A1 first class, top notch in this movie.
It raises the bar. It really does. We see fighter planes in dogfights all the time in World War II movies and on television and documentaries and so on and so forth, but we have never seen tanks go at it on the field of battle before the way we do in this particular movie. And there is one particular set piece that is just phenomenal. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but basically you have two tanks going at each other, and it is one of the most suspenseful things that you will ever witness, probably this entire year. It was really that good. And what do you say we put some points on this thing?
I'm with you, Kev. Let's do it. Okay, y'all. For me, this is a great film. I highly recommend that you check it out, especially if you're into war movies and that type of thing. I think you will not be disappointed. And you know what? Hey, Kev, we always say we real on the real. I gotta throw this in here. We'll call it a little confessional, but a lot of times in World War II movies, you only see white people. You only see the
Yeah.
white men. You don't see people of color, and we were there.
Right.
And I'll have to applaud Ayer or casting for making this happen. While they're not in starring roles, you
Right.
see people of different colors and nationalities.
They're represented.
They're represented.
The fact that
Right?
Michael Pena is even there,
Thank you.
know, is a very telling.
It made me
aspect
proud,
of this.
man, and I was so happy to see that. I was very proud to see that. It was a wonderful thing. In just my whole experience in seeing this movie, and as I walked out the theater, I felt thankful. I felt grateful. Thank you to all of our men and women, service folk who serve in the military, who put your lives on the line, who basically gave your life for the freedom. What Kevin and I do to shoot the Movie Brothers, and you to be on the other side of the screen to chill at your house and on your computer watching this episode. It just made me very appreciative of our United States military and the men and women who served that. I give this film a 7 out of 10. You need to check it out.
Absolutely. And also, I think a lot of kudos needs to go out to Brad Pitt for producing this film. You know, he's turning into more of a producer, behind the scenes kind of guy. He already brought us 12 Years a Slave, which is one of the most critically acclaimed films that we have had. We have had. Y'all, you
See,
already
y'all,
know
man, I was
how
good.
we feel about
See,
this.
I'm starting to get
Okay.
get the shakes. Okay.
Okay, I'm
Hold
just
on.
talking about the man.
Okay.
All right, Brad Pitt. Okay. Great
Woosah.
job. Great job.
Woosah.
Guys, you owe it to yourselves to go out and see this film. See it on the big screen in the biggest auditorium that you can find with the best sound system that you can find. You will not be disappointed. I give this film an 8 out of 10.
All right, there you have it, guys. Be sure to like us on Facebook. You can find us by searching The Movie Brothers.
Or you can follow us on Twitter at The Movie Brothers.
Yep, and we're trying to hit that 100 number. Make sure you subscribe to this channel.
Go
and
out and
guess
tell
what?
a friend.
And when you do subscribe, we will shout you out on the show. So please go out and do that. That's our show for you today. Thank you for joining. I'm Ant. This is Kev. This is the place, the one and only place where we bring you nothing but the real on the real. Peace.